Guaranteed police response. You probably already know there's no such thing. But I'm sure you realise it's already cost you a lot of time and money to find that out. So how can you guarantee police response? Well, the answer is you can't, unless you install one of these. This is the APS unit. It's a fully monitored two-way communication system, and it works. It eliminates false alarms. When APS's live monitoring centre contacts any of the emergency services, they know help is on the way. How can they be sure? Because the emergency services know it's not a false call-out. They've never had a false alarm from APS, so they trust the system. It's one of the most advanced protection systems for businesses available today. And it not only protects your property, it'll look after the safety of your staff as well. Anyone employing people has a legal duty to look after them. You have to identify hazards, assess risks, protect lone workers. I mean, I could go on and on, but you already know the drill. So here's a system that can not only help you comply with those duties, but also offers your staff genuine protection at the touch of a button, especially if they're on their own. The APS system provides immediate monitored and recorded assistance, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It can contact any of the emergency services instantly. How does it do it? Simple. This unit is effectively a two-way communications device, coupled with a very sophisticated infrasonic alarm. It puts your staff in direct contact with the monitoring centre. On a signal from them, the operator, who's been specially trained for just this sort of situation, listens, evaluates what he hears, and decides whether or not an emergency service, the police say, are required sharpish. Really useful for any business. Well, take pubs, for instance. Most of us come to boozers like this just to enjoy a drink. But unfortunately, not everybody has the same idea. I mean, most pub landlords I know, and I do know quite a few, have either been threatened themselves or have had their staff threatened in one way or another. It often kicks off with a bit of bother that gets out of hand. No need for your bar staff to panic or try to get involved. They just need to press this inconspicuous assistance request button. And as soon as they press it, the situation is being monitored live and recorded. In this case, it all calms down, so no worries. Now, if it had kicked off, the barmaid would know the police were on the way. And the police know exactly what they're going to face before they even get there. The APS unit is designed specifically to prevent false alarms by contacting the emergency services only when the monitoring centre has verified that a real incident is actually taking place. To quote a very senior policeman, reducing the number of false alarms is good for everyone. Fewer false alarms means freeing up officers to attend true alarms and incidents and provide greater safety to the public. And that means we all benefit. Proof, if it was needed, that this is something every business should have. And it could make the difference between you keeping your URN or losing it. Green King, one of the country's leading breweries, uses the APS system in loads of their pubs, simply because it works.
Yeah, it's a sad fact that as far as the pub trade is concerned, as a whole, that violence is on the increase. And in fact, there are statistics which show that there were 5,000 people glassed in pubs. And obviously, the pub trade needs to actually put measures in place to actually deal with conflict management. And we believe at Green King Pub Company that we're doing that very effectively in a number of ways. And one is a training issue, and the other, of course, is having the APS system in our red risk sites, which means that if you've got lone females, for example, working behind bars, they know that they have this system, and they know that they can call upon this system to actually get help very, very quickly. And it gives them tremendous confidence. It also is good prevention in terms that where customers know that that sort of system is in place, that they're less likely to get involved in conflict and aggression.
Now, if I've given you the impression that the APS unit is only for pubs, well, I shouldn't have. It can be tailored to suit any environment and is already in use in thousands of other establishments, including some pretty well-known hotels. Travelodge thought it was so good, they took out Redcare and had the APS unit installed throughout their entire estate. That means that every Travelodge in the country relies on one of these boxes. Marriott Hotels thought it was a good idea as well.
On site we have 3 APS units. We have one at reception, we have one in the golf shop, and we have one in the greenkeeping compound. The greenkeeping compound is a satellite building from the main building at Hanbury, so we need to take care of that and guard that and protect that. And also there is a huge worth to the equipment that we use to take care of the golf course on a daily basis. At any time we could have up to and over £500,000 worth of machinery, whether it's right the way from sizable bits of machinery as fairway mowers and greens mowers, right the way down to sometimes the more desirable thievable objects such as hedge trimmers and strimmers and such like. So there's a massive asset over there in the way of machinery that we need to protect to take care of our asset, the golf course. So it's peace of mind, and we obviously then, if we have a first-class security system over there, we don't need to pay for security in the way of, bodies. We have a system in the golf shop which takes care of the product itself. So we're protecting the breaking and entering side, which with regard to golf these days, hardware, clubs, very desirable, and some of the clothing these days, when we look at some of the products we stock in the way of Boss and Ralph Lauren, they're very desirable. So we need to protect our boundaries, our golf shop. And then we also have the assistance request button in the shop. The golf shop's open till 10 o'clock at night. And at times, due to the makeup of our business, especially in the winter months, we might not be dealing with a huge amount of clientele, so we only have one member of staff on in the shop. So therefore, the peace of mind for that associate, knowing that there is that someone there to back them up, even though it might not be a physical body, is worth its weight in gold to us.
Just a few examples of how the APS unit is being used. But it doesn't stop there. I mean, if you think about it, it can be used wherever there's people, property, or cash at risk. And because everything is done by wireless technology, installation is quick and easy. A couple of hours at the most, and no need to redecorate. So let's recap. It's a personal security system. It's a conflict management system. It's a perimeter alarm. It's like having the police, the fire service and the paramedics on standby all the time, and with the peace of mind of knowing that they will turn up. With the APS unit, your staff will never feel alone again.
You have requested assistance. Please identify yourself. Over.
Hello, I'm Dennis Waterman and my password is New Tricks. I'm just demonstrating how the system works.
Do you require any further assistance?
Not right now, thank you.
Surveillance terminated.
Clever, isn't it?